Right, guys, welcome to another World Cup team preview series. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about Spain. Yes, the team that I will be supporting at this World Cup. I'm not going to say they're going to win it, but I will support Spain at this upcoming World Cup. I've been watching and supporting Spain for a bit, so you know what? Why not go for Spain for this World Cup? And yeah, if you guys like these sort of World Cup team preview videos, why not hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. And also ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of these World Cup team preview updates that'll be coming out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we're literally just a few weeks away until the World Cup starts. We have come this far. Now let's crack on with the video. So Spain are a part of the UEFA or the European Confederation when it comes to World Cup qualifying, and the nickname of the Spanish national team is La Furia Roja, which basically means the Red Fury. This alludes to the red shirt of the Spanish team that they wear, and also just how, feisty and fury, the Spain team are. Now, fun fact for you about Spain is that Spain only scored 8 goals to win their first World Cup back in 2010. That's actually the fewest amount of goals scored by any World Cup champion in history. So 8 goals is practically 1.15 goals per game, and that's one of the lowest ratios for any World Cup champion, I believe. So yeah, Spain not really prolific with their goal scoring, but when it mattered, they got the job done, especially in 2010. Now, Spain have appeared in 15 previous World Cups, so this will be the 16th World Cup, and obviously they have won one World Cup back in the famous 2010 World Cup squad. So, how did Spain do during the World Cup qualifying campaign? Well, Spain finished on top of their group of Group B, which contained the likes of Kosovo and Georgia, who are both not amazing but are one of the teams to look out for over the next few years, but also includes Greece and Sweden. And actually, Sweden beat Spain in the early half of the World Cup qualifying campaign. But when it mattered the most, Sweden messed up their qualifying campaign, in which they needed a win over Spain on the final day against Spain in Spain to qualify for the World Cup automatically. They didn't do it. Alvaro Morata scored the winning goal, and that sent Spain into their World Cup and winners of Group B, and sending Sweden into the playoffs, in which they eventually failed to qualify for the World Cup. So, the manager or the head coach of the Spain national team is former Barcelona manager Luis Enrique, who is the Spanish manager. As I said, former Barcelona manager, and he is renowned for being one of those managers that are very progressive in terms of the tiki-taka style that Spain are very, known for. And some of the star players of this current Spain team include the likes of, some veterans such as Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba, but also you have a few new players into the team mixed in with some players that have been through that transitional period of Spain just after 2014. But you have players such as the goalkeeper Unai Simon, Alvaro Morata, and Pedri, one of the youngest players heading into this World Cup, I believe. And so yeah, that's some of the Spain players, some of the star players. Now let's see how Luis Enrique helps this team out. So the way that Luis Enrique likes to play his sort of style of football is that he likes to have Spain play in a 4-3-3 formation, in which obviously we all know Spain is known for having a lot of the ball, but hopefully trying to create a lot of chances. Now I'll explain that in a little bit. As for me, I've watched the Spain team, and they're very good on the ball, but they're not very clinical on the ball. But obviously, with the amount of possession that Spain have, it is very, very difficult to get the ball from the Spanish team and break them down. which is one of the strengths of the Spain team, is the possession. Obviously, if the other team doesn't have possession of the ball, they don't score, that means you at least get a point. And maybe that would be a little bit of a pessimism, but that is one of the strengths of the Spanish team, is their possession. They have one of the highest possession stats of any team heading into this World Cup throughout qualifying and over the past few years. Now, another strength of this Spain team is the midfield protection. Given the style of play, the possession-based football that Spain likes to use, the midfield is a very key component. You have players such as Pedri, Sergio Busquets, Gavi, two very young players, and a lot of these players come from the Barcelona academy as well. That midfield is the one that protects the back line, but also brings in a lot of players from the other flanks as well, in order to create a lot more goal scoring opportunities and to relieve the pressure from the back line and also the pressure from the front line as well. Now, some of the weaknesses of the Spain team, and I have seen this so many times now, is the goal scoring. With the amount of possession Spain have, you would think that they would be creating a lot of chances, and they do. The only thing is, they're not clinical. Spain aren't really known for scoring high amounts of goals, a 4, 5, 6-0 wins. That is very rare. It can happen, but it's very rare for Spain to score that many goals in one match to kill a game off that way. Spain are very, very difficult to break down, but also very, very easy to defend against if you have a very good, solid defense to suffocate and alleviate the Spanish attack. So goal scoring is a big weakness of the Spanish team. Another weakness of the team is a lack of pace up front. What this means is basically, even with the goal scoring, the players that Spain have in terms of up front and on the wings don't really provide a lot of pace, as teams like to really sit back against the Spanish team. So it's very, very difficult to, hit a straight pass, a true ball, and beat, the defender with pace. And a lot of the Spanish players don't have that sort of pace to beat players on that sort of style. That's why it is very more of a technical style that Spain like to play, and not so much so a very direct style. They like to try to create a lot of opportunities and spaces for the other team to think about, basically. And so yeah, that's some of the strengths and weaknesses of the Spanish team. So let's see how they will be, who they will play against at this upcoming World Cup. So Spain have been drawn into Group E at this upcoming World Cup, and they will begin their World Cup campaign on Wednesday, the 23rd of November, 7 p.m. local time in Qatar, where Spain will be up against another Spanish-speaking country in Costa Rica. And then the second game of the campaign will be on Sunday, the 27th of November, 10 p.m. local time in Qatar. And that will be one of the biggest matchups, Spain versus Germany. The only matchup between two former World Cup champions going head-to-head in the group stage. It's the only matchup at this World Cup that has that sort of, billing to it. And so that would be a very, very big match between two teams that people might expect to be the ones that will be progressing from their group. And then Spain finish off the World Cup campaign on Thursday, the 1st of December at 10 p.m. local time, when they take on a very technical but very astute Japan team. And so Spain have their work cut out for them if Spain wants to win their second World Cup and their first in 12 years. Will they do it? Well, time will tell. So that is all for the World Cup team preview on Spain. And if you like these sort of World Cup team preview videos, why not hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, and also ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of these World Cup team preview updates that will be coming out on Monday, Wednesday and Friday for the next 2 weeks. Yes, we are very, very close to finishing and wrapping up this World Cup team preview series. And so if you really, really like these sort of team previews as we're heading into this World Cup, well, obviously subscribe to the channel, as I have a lot of plans coming up and I'll be announcing it this upcoming weekend, what I'm planning to do at this upcoming World Cup. So stay tuned for that. And the next episode, which will be on Wednesday, the 2nd of November, and we'll be talking about Switzerland, a team that actually beat Spain very recently. So that's not a good show because I watched that match. Spain lost 2-1 to Switzerland. But we'll be talking about Switzerland in the next episode. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one.